Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave update for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. I'm going to start here with the S&P 500, and I'm also going to start on the hourly chart. We had a pretty solid declining day today. There was some decent rallies in between, but for the best part, you're going to see a bunch of red bars on the hourly chart. Finishing up, and the after hour barely in the green. You can see it came all the way back down, and that primarily was created with Meta's earnings, and a few others came out with their earnings, and they decided that they were going to love Meta for right now. So again, a lot of things that just come out, but it was earnings related after hours. So what you may notice right away is that within the minute wave 3, I had originally had placed minute 3 here, minute 4 here, and then looking for that minute 5th wave. But I am feeling pretty strongly in that the market is extending within minute wave 3, as it should, because remember, we're at minute 3 of minor 3 of intermediate wave 3. So it's that point of recognition. And I kept wondering, we need to get some serious, some just harder pushes down without these internal rallies kind of creating this big upswing. And so when I combine them together, I'm like, okay, now it makes a lot more sense for the market to be doing what it's doing. In fact, I can put through now, and let's take a look at where minute 3 should kind of come in. So what we have is, again, the 100, the 2, and 1.618, those have all been done, but we've always kind of rested on the 2.618. So let me clean that up. So we don't have this and this and this, because those have already been exceeded. So we leave them out of our picture and say, okay. So as far as minute wave 2 goes, that's what we have left, 41.88. Now, as far as minor wave 3, we have 4,061. So now we're kind of falling back into, okay, that all fits if we're looking at minute wave 3 bringing us down to 41.88 possibly. And then if we're working in here on this minuet 5th wave to put in that 3rd, well, minuet wave 5 will be equal to minuet wave. That's not wrong. Aha. So that was connected to the wrong one. Let me just fix that for us very quickly. I'm going to remove that one and change this, get rid of that. And this may not be so effective because it was a pretty short little minuet wave 1. And if I put it over here, you're going to see, we have 2.618 equaling right there. But both 2.618s coming in at 41.88. So again, that seems like it's going to be in line with where minute wave 3 is going to complete. We have it here in comparison to wave 1, and we have it here in comparison to minuet wave 5 of the minute wave 3. Any extensions further, then it's just going to be in addition, because the next stronger fibs, well, actually, I can go. Let me see if I can get that extension 7. Let's put in 3.618. All right, so that we can take off. That we can take off. Those have all been exceeded. All right, so now we have all of that. Now cleaning up very nicely. 3.618 comes down at 41.46. And then again, if we have 3.618 there, let's just add it for the sake of our argument right now and see what that looks like. 4,098. So we got that, and that would be a little bit further down, so I'm not really looking for that, but I could see somewhere in between here. If we get another strong shove lower. Not necessary because the count's pretty clean. You got a 1, 2, 3. That could be a little 4. We get a 5, bringing us back below. Yeah, we need to get below that 4,200 level. Basis the future. We did it in the SPX. So the cash did close below 4,200 today. So that was kind of for that space that they told us about at the beginning, like on Monday, 4,200 solid support, going to rally, which we did. Now we come back down to, challenge it. So again, it was challenged successfully, SPX. Let's see what they want to do with the ES. Not that there's got to be that correlation. I don't believe there is. So again, our levels right now are 41.88 into that area, 41.90, 41.88 down to 85, plus or minus. Complete the minuet wave 5, the minute wave 3, set the stage for an additional minute fourth wave, which again would likely bring us back up to here. Gotta say, even if we're down here, the first line is going to be that the fourth wave of a minute 4 would find its terminus, its endpoint, within the price territory of the previous fourth wave of one lesser degree, and that's right here. Granted, it goes from here to here, but that would be the area that we'd be looking for a rally to come back up, and then get that minute fifth wave, which again is going to break down into its own 5. So seem to be going along pretty cleanly in terms of what we're looking for here. I'm just going to pull that back together and see, we'll put it on. And now we have minor 1, minor 2. We're working on the minute 3 of minor wave 3. So we're in the minor third. And now we're finishing up minute 3 of minor 3. And then guess what? We get to go through a series of 4s and 5s. So then we'll be finishing up all the way up the line and get this all done. All right. So that looking good. And again, on the hourly chart, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit oversold. So having a little bit additional and then a bounce, everything kind of fits in pretty cleanly. And I'm sure depending on what they want to do overnight in Meta and anything else, Microsoft hung on to its gains. I mean, that it was much higher yesterday after the earnings, but it held plus 10. It was up plus 8 a couple times, maybe a little bit lower, but it held very well. Now, if it wants to continue to do that, so be it. But we're looking for Meta now to close at 299 regular session. Earnings came out, popped it back above 308, but it still would be down on the day. Even at 308, it would be down on the day. So over in the NASDAQ, same deal. Where we were inside that minute, I figured that could that be minute, and that would have put minute 4 there. And then I thought, no, because we were having such a nice decline, and I needed to go further than where it was looking like it was going to end up. So I again did the subdivisions here, being that it was the third of the third of the third. So this is the point of recognition where the market realizes we're going to go down. And actually that point of recognition is coming in the minuet wave 5 of that minute wave 3. So it's coming in at the tail end, and then that's what we saw today. That's a little bit stronger, and it was pretty solid, and that the market just kind of slid and just went and went and went and went and went. A lot of the tech stocks got punished today. And, why they chose today? Well, I don't know. They did. So I did notice on the news wires, where it came across MarketWire, basically saying NASDAQ officially in a correction. I'm like, well, what's it been doing ever since? What has it been doing since those July highs? It's like, or the August highs, whatever they were up there. It's like, what are those? Why that wasn't the correction? So I always find it very interesting, like how they qualify things or what they say. But I saw that, kind of chuckled. So here in the NASDAQ, we're working on the same premise that we're finishing up the minute. And I've got to change this because that was we're finishing up a minute 3 and it's not going to compare to minute 1. So let me get rid of that. Let me replace that with the correct levels. And so what we have is 1.618. We've already exceeded. We have 2.618 down here at 42. And guess what? Minor 3. So that's a good, this is actually really a nice setup. This is much cleaner for me in terms of the length of minor wave 3. If we're just finishing minute 3 and I got a minute 4 and a 5, it gives me that extra that I want to see and making minor wave 3 the longest and the strongest. So feeling better about that, and that we got this internal minute 3 subdividing nicely as it should, point of recognition again, and also coming in here. So but within that third, which is that's the third of the third is normally, that's what we consider point of recognition. And that's where market investors, whomever, start to realize we're going down. And so it actually happened more today than we've seen anywhere else within this. And so I'm going to look for that minuet wave 5. We may get a little bit more of a bounce, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. It depends again how they want to open it at the start of Globex in about 30 minutes. But if not, then I think we get another little turn down and we finish up minuet 5. We finish up minute 3 and then get that larger, and it comes back up into here. Fourth wave of 1 lesser degree. And then again, we get that minute 5th wave, and then we'll be looking to complete the minor. All right, so everything seems to be moving along as it should. Moving averages now, at least on a basis the hourly, there we have it. There's the 200, the 100, the 50, and the 20. They finally lined up today. Everybody got into line as the 20 right there dropped below. Was below the 100, dropped below the 50 today. We gave a little bit more of a push, and that cleaned it up. And so now we're looking for it to continue and finish. All right, that's where I'm going to end it for right now. No reason to get into any greater detail because there's no more to give. Tomorrow, we do have a little bit more economic data. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern, look for GDP, initial jobless claims, and durable goods. And then at 10 a.m., we will have pending home sales. The first 3, though, could be some serious market movers because gross domestic product is being forecasted to have a big move. Let's see what happens there. And durable goods, big move. And initial jobless claims, big move. Wow, let's see what happens tomorrow morning. We got a lot of stuff coming out. Okay, I'm going to finish it up there. Next update will be on Thursday, October the 26th.